So we got to talk about something that just happened yesterday. Well, the rumors have been going around for a few days now, but today it looks like it's been confirmed. It's going to be announced at some point later this week. Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. Now, this is something that a lot of people have been talking about. You know, Jake needs to take a step up in competition and face somebody that has some real fight experience other than, a UFC fighter. But here's the thing. Anderson Silva is 47 years old. Jake Paul is 25 years old. Anderson Silva hasn't been a champion in a decade, right? Now, this is still a big jump in competition, but he's still fighting somebody that isn't in his prime. Now, this might be somebody who has a real fight experience. I mean, yeah, he fought Tyron Woodley, but Tyron Woodley was never really a striker. He was a wrestler with some power. To me, this is still a big step up, but this is not the match that we really wanted to see, not boxing fans wanted to see. You know, Anderson Silva, can he box? Has he boxed? Yes, he's done that. Has he done well? Yeah, he's done well, but against other fighters out of their prime. So, to me, this is just Jake Paul taking advantage of another fighter who doesn't really have a need or a right to be in the ring with him. He needs to be fighting somebody that, if he's going to be a professional boxer, he needs to fight a ranked boxer. This, to me, just proves that Jake doesn't believe that he is that good. Now, seeing his fights, the guy has some skill. He does. He has some legitimate skill that I feel like he can capitalize on. He probably make a real career out of this. He's not doing that. He's doing that for the money. He's trying to sell tickets. So you can't tell me that the Rockin' fight fell through because of 1.5 pounds of missed weight. I mean, we've seen fights go ahead, and happen with more weight than that being missed. So you're going to tell me that's the reason? No. I'm going to go probably more likely that they couldn't sell the fight. They couldn't sell tickets to Jake Paul fans, or they couldn't sell tickets to real boxing fans, because this is a guy that nobody really cares about other than to see him get knocked out. And let's be honest, that's what everybody's watching these fights for. They want to see Jake Paul get hurt because they can't stand the guy. I'm not one to be a hater on Jake Paul. Get your money, do what you got to do. But don't be fake coming into this sport acting like you care about the fighters. You care about your own bag. If talking about fighter pay, healthcare, if that wasn't going to get you views, if that wasn't going to get you money, you wouldn't be talking about it. Let's be honest. So let's talk about this fight. Anderson Silva being 47 years old, is he going to move around like he did when he was in his 30s? No. Is he going to have the same kind of power, fluidity in his movements and punches? No. Jake Paul is 25. If Anderson was smart, he would come into this fight and fight as if it's his world title shot. I mean, he has got to come in guns blazing, or else he stands no chance. And that's coming from somebody who is an Anderson Silva fan. But Jake Paul is not going to come out fighting like an exhibition fight. He's going to come out as hard as he can to try and knock Anderson Silva out, because he wants that on his record. He wants that knockout. He wants that win over Anderson Silva on his record, so he can go out and say, "Oh, I'm the greatest in the world. I beat the greatest." This and that. We all know what it's for. Since the fight has been announced, Jake Paul has come out as a plus 125 favorite over Anderson Silva, and for good reason. Jake Paul has been active. He's been in the ring. He's young. He's hungry. He's got power. He's got good boxing skills. A lot of people say that Jake Paul introduced boxing to a lot of new fans, and that might be true. He brought his fans to boxing, and I almost guarantee you that if Jake Paul were to leave boxing, he takes those fans with him, because those are not real fans of the sport. Those fans that are buying those fights, those KSI fights, the Logan Paul fights, they're not going to stick around after the Paul brothers are gone. They're just not. They're there for the circus show. They're there to see these spectacles. I just cannot wait for the Paul brothers hype train to just be done with, and we can get back to real fighters fighting real fights. It remains to be seen how this happens, how it goes down. I guess it's going to be at 185, so we'll see. If Anderson Silva comes in at 186, is he going to call the fight off? I doubt it, because he probably feels more comfortable fighting Silva than he does fighting Rahim, because that's a real boxer, and he wanted to do whatever he could do to get out of that fight, and that's just the way things are. Thanks for listening to me rant about this fight for a few minutes. If you like this, give me a like, follow, subscribe, whatever. Give me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you.